Hi there, this is Adam of Nerdy Melt, and something to get out of the way very quickly. This is a free giveaway promo video. It's not fake. So basically, all you gotta do is go to the link. I will have it below. You leave me a quick comment just saying hi, or you can say how awesome I am, which is always appreciated. I enjoy people throwing a bit of love my way in that way. And to get an extra ballot, just share my work. So a lot of people, the photo that I posted showing a bunch of the characters got a lot of views, but not too many people entered it. So maybe they think I am a dirty liar, which I don't blame them. I've told some dirty lies. So I just wanted to give you a idea of show off some of the other stuff that I have created, as well as just talk a bit about the choices that I've had to make with color, and also just give you an idea of where this whole thing came from. So to start, I guess I'll just talk about why I like this and why I kind of chose to focus pretty much just on these. When I started doing this, I was doing random stuff. I was doing Mega Man, which is still awesome, but kind of the smaller sprites of Mega Man. I was doing some from Yokai Monster Rips, which not sure if much people know about, but Yokai. I guess there's Yokai Watch now, so it's much more popular. But I was making them before it was cool. But definitely focus on 2D fighters. It has been my favorite genre since I've been a wee little kid. I think all of us, or pretty much all of us, were first introduced through Street Fighter. But then when I got to play the King of Fighters series, I never played the ones in between, or that rather predated it, like Art of Fighting. Oddly enough, I think I played World Heroes, was my second series that I got into. And I'll probably make some characters for that, but that's going to be further down the line, not high priority. But yeah, I really got into all things 2D fighters. Again, King of Fighters kind of being my favorite. You'll find that the majority of the work is what I do is from that SNK Neo Geo franchise. But still definitely doing a lot from Capcom, Street Fighter, and Darkstalkers. I want to I'll probably get the entire crew of Darkstalkers done as soon as possible versus Street Fighter. So I think Darkstalkers I think most of us will agree that it is a much beloved series that is a major bummer that it won't probably never rear its head. So yeah, I guess I will start breaking them down here and show a few reasons why I like them and some of the creative choices that I've made. So I do have a pile here. I will mention that my pronunciation is complete shit because this is all out of home operation. This is all out of love for it. I don't really do the convention thing, and I enjoy the games, but I've never done competition outside of just dicking around online. So I've never really sat down and I've had conversations about the characters with other people who do not understand how to pronounce the names, so you will have to forgive me. So up first, I will show off Chizuru. So I'll point this one out quickly with a few points that I enjoy. One of them being is just how I iron these, because basically, I guess I'll quickly explain the process. You get pegboards, you place beads into place, and then you iron them. Put parchment paper over them because you're not ironing directly over plastic. And then they all stick together. So this one you can kind of see, they all have holes in them. You can kind of see through it. What some people like to do is actually iron it so it's completely flat, so there is no holes visible whatsoever. And some people even like to iron just one side like that and then keep the other side not ironed at all. But this way I like this look because you'll see it's pretty much the same on each side, and if you want to display it somewhere, it is nice because that way you can choose which way you want it facing. I had one up at my office for quite some time, which of course leads to people asking exactly what that is and you explaining it and then them walking away not giving a shit. But up next I have Balrog. So this is the first time working with darker skin tones. So I do plan to, in the near future, to work with a few more because I do like how sharp it looks, and unfortunately there's not a lot of black characters in any of the series, so want to represent more. Especially I really want to do T-Hawk, so I think that might be one of the ones I'm doing in the near future because I'm actually part Aboriginal, being part Cree, as you can tell from my horrible whiteness. But I'm fourth generation that, so show some respect that way. But I like the dark skin tone. The one thing I really liked was this is the first time I had to dick around with a bunch of reds. So you will notice it goes dark red, kind of a regular red, and then this here is actually pink, but it puts like a shine to the gloves, which I really like. And a lot of times, and a lot of things, you want to try to make a point to highlight certain aspects of the creations. So I like this one a lot. It looks like he is angry and ready to punch someone in the face. So there's Balrog. So going to Darkstalkers, here is the creature of the Black Lagoon. Of course, this series is based on a lot of monsters, classical ones. Of course, you have Victor and John Talbot, who are pretty straightforward, and then you have just vampires in general. But interesting take on it. This one was, I decided to do it just because it was a challenge. You look up photos of him and the color palette varies quite a bit, like if you just do a Google search. So, and it's a lot of, it all kind of blends together. So it is like green on yellow on a bit of white to kind of get like the fishy type look. So that was a bit hard to figure out. The really white part in there is actually a bit slightly off white, so it's more yellowish. So that's kind of how I got that, and then it was just a matter of figuring out greens and then kind of transitioning the body, and then the orange gills was easy enough. But Darkstalkers, so I'll probably make all the Darkstalkers as soon as I can because I really love the color palettes of those. They're much more challenging because you're not just dealing with skin, clothes, and basic colors. I'm actually going to skip that one to kill some time. Up next, I have geese. So I'll use this one as an example. It's kind of hard to do this in reverse, but the kind of the ghee with the white, or the blue, the light white, and then the dark blue, the light blue, and the white. So that's not really the color palette that was used in the game as much. So I kind of had to figure out what would be the best way to make it come to life. So what I often do is I'll I always do the black first, so the borders. It's a good way too because if you get to a certain point, like if the bottoms don't match up, you knew you fucked up somewhere and you kind of have to retrace, but that way you haven't done a complete, you know, color fill. Like, okay, well, I'm going to do this entire arm, and then later on you find out you fucked up somewhere in your bead count. But yeah. So when you do it, it can look kind of silly when you start to blend some colors together. Um, like just doing the dark blue, the light blue by itself, it looks kind of silly. But then when you add the white in, I think it looks really sharp. It's also the first character that I kind of did the, you know, the hand clutch. And there's also, of course, the guys that just go like that and have flames off of them. And I was always a bit hesitant to do it as well. So, but now that's something I am going to do some characters going forward because I have templates for quite a few. I know I want to do K next, or are you supposed to say K dash? For some reason comes to mind, but anyways, people will know what I'm talking about because he has the angry fist thing going on with fire, and I got a lot more confidence to do it. This one too is kind of a good example because when you see the templates, they come in a square border all the way around, and sometimes you have to distinguish what is part of the border and what you actually want to take away in order to get the form. So on this side, I did go a bit thicker, but I could have gone even thicker throughout because it would have been more of a thick straight line, but I kind of cut that back. So I really enjoy this geese. I like the face a lot. It's kind of unique in the way they show the nose as well, and he looks very sinister. So, killing two birds with one stone. If you want both Chun-Li and Mai. And I really like this one. It's I was worried that it'd be hard to distinguish which one is which, but it's pretty straightforward, and you can tell whose breast is whose, which is very important. So it is there's a few other ones that show both. Ones I have one for Dan with Robert, since they're parodies. So I might do a couple of these. I mostly want to do standalones because the eventual goal is to create all of the characters I can as standalones. And Joe. So this one actually I haven't posted on the site yet. I've kind of taken a bit of a different approach because it seems it's unfortunate. It's a bit more of an expensive hobby. The beads don't come that cheap. So there will be periods where I can get quite a few. I'll make 3 or 4 creations, and then I comment saying I'm broke. It's not going to happen for a while. So now moving forward, I am just going to make one and then kind of space it out. So Joe is up for grabs. I probably won't have his photo until later. So, and who doesn't like Joe? You either like him or he's like white rice. So I guess unless he's spamming tornadoes, but there's always a way to get around that shit. So Joe is also up for grabs. So I do appreciate all the likes that have been thrown my way, and I hope a few more people throw some comments in as well as some shares, because I would like to continue building Nerdy Melt up. I would be doing this even though if I had 2 people liking me, I'd still be doing this shit because I still enjoy it quite a bit, and I don't take it to convention. I don't try to sell it in any other way, so it's really just for the love of the craft for myself. And yeah, I guess anything else I need to say? No, I appreciate everything that people throw my way. I get likes, I get wows, and I get hearts, which is great. I haven't got any angries or what's the other one? Crying. But so all the love is very much appreciated. So again, with this competition, it is completely free. I am a Canadian, a proud Canadian. So but I'm willing to ship, regardless of our shitty exchange rates to the U.S., Canada, U.S. I'll do for free. If I have to send to another country and it ends up costing me a bit more, I'll probably ask that you pay shipping, but we'll see as well. I'll figure that out. I'll take a look and kind of decide from there. So yeah, all the best of luck to you guys, and I hope one of you win. And again, I probably won't use this channel for much of anything else. Maybe once in a while I'll use it for the draw so that people see there's no bias, that I'm not just giving it to someone down the street so I don't have to pay shipping. But so I will use this for the draw, but otherwise there probably won't be much up on this channel. But again, I appreciate everything, and yeah, good luck to all of you.